Okay, I'm with Ray. Last name I forgot.
Pepper.
Okay, Ray Pepper. Ray, describe to us what happened after you initially got the call.
Well, we went to the fire scene. We could see the fire. We went up into the scene and with a crew of 3, left our vehicle as close as we could get to it, and yet in a safe zone. Went on in, and first initial move was to see if there was any rescue attempt to be made, and there wasn't. Then we started combing the area because the smoke and the fire was so dense that we couldn't tell that there was people in the plane at that time. And from there we started scanning the area. When it cooled down enough and we got more people there, then we found what we were looking for. And we had a lot of smoke and fire to contend with.
You couldn't, because of the threat of fire, you couldn't extricate the bodies?
There was no way. It was already too far gone when we reached the scene. We're talking 20 to 25 minutes before we could even get to the scene because of the terrain that they were in. And it was a shame, but that's the way it was.
What have you done throughout the night? What has happened?
We've secured the area and set up a perimeter to secure it for the FAA when they come in. They're, what I understand, are supposed to be in at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And that's about. We've got a concern now up there in the other canyon where the fire's gone with a herder and 850 head of sheep, and they're working to get him out now.
Okay. Good. Have with you, and what was their reaction?
There was quite a bit of confusion there at first. I mean, somebody had to take charge, and the 2 of us did, and got things lined up.
Porter? Yes.
And you were with Blaine County Search and Rescue?
Yes, I
Okay. Tell us what you saw as far as wreckage and whatnot on the site and your impressions.
My impressions were that they went down at the initial point of impact, and then evidently the plane had skipped and then probably nosed in and done a flip and landed on its back from the initial point, probably approximately 200 yards, something in that area.
Describe for us the scene that you saw.
The scene that I saw was the airplane on fire. There was just absolutely nothing left of the airplane. It was just the only thing that was standing up on the plane was the tail section, and just a short section of that. Everything else was on fire, and it was just at its end.
Was it hard to leave the scene? I know that with the fire and all that, you guys had to get out of there. Was it kind of tough hopping back in your vehicle and leaving the bodies up there?
I would have to say it was difficult. Yes, it was, but however, there wasn't a thing that we could do at that point in time. It was just a matter of the professionals coming in and taking care of it from that point on.
Tell us a little bit about the fire. We still have an active fire going on. What's happening at this point?
At this point, they have a BLM Caterpillar in there, and they've got 2 more 20-man crews in there to fight the fire that's went over the top of the ridge. It looks like they have that contained. There's also the sheep in there, as Mr. Pepper was talking about, and it looks like they've got it pretty well under control.
Okay.
I've lived here for about a year now. I'm from the Buell area, right down Wilson Twin Falls there, a little ways.
Yeah, that's another thing too, but
I know how close you get to it.
yeah, it was certain Colorado. We're still in touch. Still haven't. I didn't sleep. Dan had just finished a